Welcome back. Now, digital banking in South Africa is experiencing significant growth driven by consumer demand for convenience and innovation. The market is characterized by increasing AI adoption, crypto assets becoming a more accessible asset class, advanced security measures, and partnerships that extend banking services. Discovery Bank CEO Hylton Kallner joins us now for a look into how the bank is navigating an ever-changing landscape. Let's kick things off with crypto adoption, Hylton, and thanks so much for your time this evening. We've seen the accelerated adoption of crypto assets globally, and Africa is, quickly following suit. What convinced Discovery Bank that now was the right time to introduce crypto onto your platform and not, say, 2 or 3 years ago?
So I think firstly, a lot of our innovations are driven by what we observe within our clients. And we've seen over time the emergence of crypto as an asset class within Discovery Bank's client base and South Africans more broadly. Today, there are over 6 million South Africans with crypto assets, and as the regulatory environment has emerged to support more secure, safe crypto, we felt that it was appropriate to bring this into our ecosystem, give our clients access to the platform that we see being most widely utilized by Discovery Bank clients, being the Luno platform, which creates an immediate opportunity for them to be able to trade on their Luno accounts and to fund them trade in over 50 crypto assets. So a really, really positive development for our clients.
So increasing local appetite, how do you then balance serving that demand with educating clients about the risks involved?
So I think the important thing to state is that the crypto investments are exactly that. I think they come with a health warning in many senses around the kind of volatility of the assets, and we make sure that our clients do understand that when they choose to invest in crypto assets. So education and awareness is an important part of it. And in the Discovery Bank ecosystem, our Vitality Money program has a significant focus on financial education and the kind of different aspects of investing for our clients, encouraging them to really manage their financial wellness.
You also touched on regulation at the top. Maybe let's zoom in further on that. South Africa's crypto regulatory framework is described as one of the best in the region. How confident are you that the FSCA's approach so far, and where do you see the next phase of regulation going, particularly around institutional crypto adoption?
So I think if you think about it, the South African regulatory environment is market leading and globally recognized, whether it's the Prudential Authority and the Reserve Bank from a kind of overall solvency and capital and prudential perspective, or a conduct perspective, the FSCA, you referred to them. Incredibly strong regulatory environments that's been created, and we are kind of global leaders and recognized as such. So I think that the regulatory environment, while it is incredibly strong, is also enabling, and that's what we've seen. So from our perspective, the kind of the authorization and the licensing of platforms and the crypto trading platform of Luno in particular was one of the core components of the decision-making process, and gave us comfort in that regard.
And since we are talking regulation, you mentioned the PA there. Of course, just last week, the Prudential Authority slapped Discovery Bank with a fine worth about 3 million rands. What went wrong there? And maybe we can talk about how you're going about addressing that.
So I think the financial services environment globally operates an environment, in particular with the FATF overlay and grey listing at the time. Requires that the regulator takes a very, very stern approach to compliance. And I think the sanctions that were applied or publicized last week related to administration approximately 5 years ago when the bank first started, around training and notifications, which were all actually addressed at the time as well. Really, what we dealt with last week was the closeout of that process, which had been remediated many years before. So we operate in an environment where we have a zero tolerance approach towards compliance and regulation. And I think from a South African perspective, that's important. So I think that it's not kind of unique in a sense, but important for the environment. And I think the result is that the emergence from the grey list is consistent with a very strong regulatory overlay.
So we're off the grey list. There are expectations that S&P global rating will be positive just after the optimism received from the midterm budget yesterday. Let's get your take on that. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana's budget had a renewed focus on fiscal restraint and growth. What's your read on the broader economic environment, and how does it shape Discovery Bank's outlook moving into 2026?
So, I mean, I think clearly the market was highly receptive and positive towards the announcements yesterday, and I think the finance minister and treasury deserve the accolades for that in terms of their approach. I think we've been very clear that as Discovery that we are firm believers in the potential of South Africa, and hopefully that is what we're seeing play out now. I think at the same time we've also been clear that there's nothing more important than economic growth in this country, and I think hopefully the combination of a lower inflation environment, lower rates, fiscal really kind of focus on fiscal responsibility, and some enabling frameworks will be able to generate that growth. And if we see that come through, we think that kind of potential that we do believe in will start to manifest.
All right, let's leave it on that optimistic note. Hylton, thanks so much for your time and your insights today. That was Hylton Kallner, CEO of Discovery Bank.